is it new in the reports? It claims that something... Oh, it's probably just like Yensid and... No, okay. Oh, I went to the Mirage Arena. That's what it was. I went to the Mirage Arena while we were off screen. The game clock is now going to be up by like 4 hours or something, but that's just because I never turned it off.
Yeah,
I never
don't worry
turned the
about
game
it.
off.
So it's all good, guys.
It's no big deal.
Mono trucker. Okay.
That's strange. Those guys are like, okay. I guess I don't know. I thought those spawned only in the mine shaft on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs world, but I guess they spawn in the arena. That's one of the only types that drops the the abounding crystal, other than the mandrakes on Radiant Garden that are just awful to fight with.
Okay.
Whatever. It's just Mirage Arena crap. That's fine. This is probably Mirage Arena help. Great.
Wow.
And now we're all sanitized. We're all inoculated against that crap. I went through all my notes and stuff just to make sure. I don't have a ton of stuff that's relevant to us today. I was writing other stuff down, but part of the problem is a lot of the stuff that happens during this ending I won't be able to properly talk about until we get to like the ending of the game. But, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Thanks for not moving, Mickey.
Yeah, for those 4 hours as I flew around the galaxy, fought tournament battles. It's getting late in the evening. It's my own fault. I should have been prepped.
I can't believe Mickey's dead.
Again, boy.
And I guess it's not my fault that I wasn't ready for today. I had other stuff going on, like, that was more important than rewatching my own streams of Birth by Sleep and writing notes.
What's more important than video games?
Writing about them. But even that wasn't more important than the other stuff that I had to do, unfortunately. Anyway, whatever. Hey, look, it's Xehanort.
Oh my gosh! What was that?
It was an anime memory migraine.
Yeah. Ah,
yes. So you're starting to realize.
In early trailers for Birth by Sleep, those shots existed, and him like having the eye flash reaction, but it was on Olympus Coliseum for whatever reason.
Now it can
Anyway,
be yours again if you only reach out and take it. Reclaim the part that left you.
okay, I'll do
With
it.
him. Pure light against pure darkness to forge the ultimate key.
Mickey's just here for this.
All-powerful key blade.
oh,
Great timing.
that's not what he said. He said Keyblade, but spelled with the other.
Look, see, he even recognized that he corrected him. He somehow knew.
Oh God.
He can just do
Some
that.
say Kai, but the meaning is the same.
I love the freaking
Oh God.
in universe. No, this isn't how you say this Greek letter, but whatever. It's better when we say it the other way.
It's cooler.
Oh my gosh, this is so Japanese.
Nah.
Death. A letter that spells endings.
Technically, Z is the last letter of the alphabet.
Don't worry about it.
Just, I know, it's not an X, it's a Chi.
Correct. Ericus knows it too. He knows exactly what you are.
Does he?
He does, actually.
Ooh.
Haven't you ever wondered why he never granted you permission to leave his side, to grow stronger? Ericus was frightened of you.
This is
Wait,
another...
why would he be frightened? Because
Because he has
Ericus
the
is,
potential to create the Keyblade.
yeah, but Ericus is all about that light, and it's like, oh, all
And
the
that is
darkness was
pure light.
ripped on out of
Yeah,
you.
you should be super excited.
Yeah,
about
exactly.
it.
You should be super into it.
I don't think I even talked about this previously. I'm just not like, you know how we talked about, oh, you know, Terra, we never really see the, you know, obsession
Yes.
with power, failure of losing, whatever.
Yes.
We never saw Don't Go, Ven. We never like.
No, we didn't.
Didn't you wonder why he never allowed you to leave home? From the sounds of it, Terra and Aqua were never allowed to leave home either. Why was Ven a special exception? These are things that we were never shown. We're just expected to accept. From dialogue at the ending of the game, it's, I would assume, supposed to be like really important character establishing stuff that makes Ven distinct. Like that he resents Ericus for not letting him
We
do
should have gotten a
things.
fake flashback.
Realize what you are. He never trusted you. Why else would he keep you within his sight at all times?
See, like the game begins with him leaving. We never get a
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think that Ericus and Ven even exchange a single line of dialogue in the beginning of the game because he's much more concerned about talking with Aqua and Terra. They don't talk at all. He's not even looking at Ven because he's watching. This is I shouldn't even be bothering to talk about this, but I'm just thinking I don't think I talked about this at all, like ever in anything else. This game has too many moving pieces. This three protagonist thing was great from a structure standpoint, but not from like deftly handling their characters and their stories standpoint. There's just too many things going on.
And look, there's Mickey.
Yeah, and look, there's Mickey. Exactly, just in this scene, just there. It's a.
Quit sending me pokey messages on Tumblr.
I think it's like this. They were probably scared after backlash for Destiny Islands being too long and the Roxas section being way too long, and so like they made Land of Departure insanely short, even though it probably more so than I don't know. Like Destiny Islands, I feel like was the right length. Roxas was too long. It could have been way shorter and still been effective. Whereas like it was so important to make us understand what these people's lives were like, and they just didn't even try. We just show this setting and then breeze right past it.
Oh well.
Almost would have been better if we just started the story as they were like wandering warriors who were displaced because their master was dead or something. I don't know. This is an idea that's coming to me off the top of my head, not like a thing I've considered, so that may be a bad idea. I'm just talking out loud.
Why don't you hit that resume button? You sound tired.
I should hit the resume button.
This game, I'm wondering now if all this tiredness isn't because of the lack of sleep.
I should hit the resume button.
Oh.
And that almost killed Ven. I can't believe I hit that rock next to him and not the metal plating on his arm. He never let me see other worlds no matter how much I asked.
When did you ask?
Never asked, never showed Terra or Aqua get preferential treatment in that regard. Come on. This is basics. This is screenwriting 101 shit.
Ask the man yourself. Learn the truth. And remember, you have a greater purpose.
Yes! I'm
Just to kind of remember Mickey?
I've seen that GIF before. I had zero context. I didn't even know it was from this.
Oh boy. Oh boy. This game's great.
Okay, well if his suit came on for this, shouldn't Mickey just not?
Automatically, just like Aura and Ruby.
So why did I have
It's a joke for no one.
So why did I have to hit the button on the shoulder?
What am I?
Does Aqua have to hit both buttons simultaneously?
Maybe Mickey bumped into his, like Mickey's big fat head bumped into his shoulder plating and made it appear.
Mickey's dead carcass bumped into him as he was floating into space.
What am I? What has the master been keeping from me?
Oh, jeez. And we're back to the loading. Oh, that wasn't too bad this time.
I wouldn't be upset with Ericus. I'd be like, okay, well, I'm gonna go and ask him, hey, so Master Xehanort was saying a lot of crazy stuff. What's your opinion? Mr. Wayne, what is your opinion on the Bat Vigilante in Gotham? I never saw Batman v Superman, but that was so confusing to me in the trailers.
It wasn't great.
No,
I mean you know that, but
but just that one line,
it wasn't even
like
entertaining.
Batman has been established in that universe for like decades, right?
Yeah.
So why would you address him as the Bat Vigilante in Gotham?
It has been for ages because there's a whole thing where it's like if you get Bat branded and sent to prison, you get 8.
What if? Why is he calling calling him the Bat Vigilante from Gotham sounds like he's trying to delegitimize someone who's just appeared on the scene, as opposed to an established actor who's been around for decades. I'm home alone.
What matters is that you're home. You don't belong outside this world yet. You need to stay here where you can learn.
In your prison?
What?
That's your excuse.
What?
For keeping me imprisoned here, isn't it?
What did you hear?
That I'm supposed to be some weapon. Some kind of keyblade.
Why is he angry at Ericus?
Xehanort.
Like, Xehanort's actual dialogue was Ericus is scared of your potential as a weapon.
Yeah.
And Ventus coming at him as if, so you're trying to turn me into a WMD? And Ericus is like, no, did Xehanort tell you that? No, he told me you were trying to prevent me from becoming a WMD. I just wasn't listening.
Wait, Xehanort.
Hey, look, he has no
There
scars.
is a reason the precepts bar us from such knowledge. Why do you seek the Keyblade? Would you blanket all the worlds in darkness? Reduce them to nothing?
But darkness did cover the world once, in legend. We know so little about the Keyblade War. That it was just the beginning. Amidst
The
that
music.
crisis, a precious light was found. It is a curious tale, and one worth exploring. They say ruin brings about creation. So what then would another Keyblade War bring? When the darkness falls, will we be found worthy of the precious light the
So you
legends
you trusted him after all this? Like later on in your life, you were like, oh no, he converted after all this spiel.
And with it, the door to the Keyblade War unlocked.
What?
Fool. You would risk an apocalypse out of sheer curiosity? I will never allow it, Xehanort. Not while I live!
But once again, you have it all wrong, Ericus. Darkness is a beginning, you see, not an end. At birth, every one of us emerges from darkness into a world of light, do we not?
Poetic excuses. If words won't dissuade you, only one thing will!
Wow, that was easy.
Yeah. Not much of a Keyblade master, huh?
That power.
Yeah, Terra has a whole boss fight with them.
Taken you, Xehanort!
Not your concern.
Oh man, darkness is strong. Dadgum.
I talked for a while during the stream when he says, like, there's a reason the precepts forbid us from such knowledge. And it's like going back to the thing we keep talking about of, like, what precepts? What are the rules? Please, tell me anything about your stupid organization. Any exposition about what you guys are, what you do.
No, it's not important. The only thing important is the friendship.
Yeah, indeed. And yeah, remember that the letter, Xehanort's letter that we read at the beginning of this, where he's, like, accepting Ericus's invitation to... Because, like, that scene clearly took place before he came and dropped Ven off.
Yeah.
And then in the letter, Xehanort says, once in the past I did you grievous harm, quote, over a petty difference of opinion.
Yeah,
Xehanort
right?
wanted to blow up the universe. Ericus said that wasn't cool.
And then Ericus is just like, oh, I guess he's turned another way.
Xehanort's motivation in this game is something we're gonna have to talk about as it goes on, because it's a little bit unclear as to what it is exactly that he wants, because some of the information, like, it seems like he's kind of telling other people he wants one thing, but then you read his reports and it sounds like he kind of wants another thing. But essentially, he has somewhat of a similar theming motivation presented here compared to what Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, had in KH1, which is basically he's like, hey, once upon a time, there was a big apocalypse because of a big war. And because of the big war, this thing called the Keyblade appeared, and it was used to do something with Kingdom Hearts, and it caused the whole world to blow up and create the world that we know today. I'm curious, what would happen if we did that again? That would be really neat to be able to run that test, but unfortunately, those numbers are just too big to crunch. We gotta do it practically. And Ericus is like, no, you can't test the effects of long-term nuclear fallout by nuking every continent on Earth until it's all glass.
I know, man. You'll kill all 4 of us on this planet.
Well, to be fair, Xehanort's threat here would be threatening the entire...
Yeah, I know.
I
get you.
Anyway, good joke. It was a good joke. Point being,
We got lots of jokes here, guys.
Point being, I want to make sure we're all on the same page, because sometimes the terminology in which they talk about these things can be a little bit difficult to follow. Xehanort is basically saying, I want to blow up the universe to see what happens. Ericus is saying, that's dumb.
Why is there a key? Why are there keyblades and then keyblade, but everything's the same name? So when you say it out loud, it's really confusing. And if you have subtitles, can you turn subtitles off?
You can't turn subtitles off.
Okay.
Thank goodness. Man, it's a. Okay, do you mean in universe or like by the standards of the writing?
Yeah, by the standards of the writing.
No idea.
Okay.
Absolutely none. Never been addressed.
That's just confusing.
Absolutely none. It's never been like I don't think everybody's even asked like, hey, so why did you do that?
I remember. Was it in KH2 where you were telling me about the stupid keyblade, the keyblade?
Yes.
All right.
I think so. I
vaguely remember it. And here it is.
I'm honestly shocked that no one has ever interviewed Tetsuya Nomura and said, hey, yeah, so what's up with the blade? Like, why? Why did you do that?
Failed. I had the chance to stop him and couldn't do it. But I will
He has a really good
fail
design.
again.
He does.
Like, that close-up is was just really solid. A lot of these close-ups, honestly, Square Enix characters, you get in on them and they look too much like porcelain dolls. He's got just enough wrinkles and texturing and shadows. It's just a fantastic design. Supposedly, it's based on Hironobu Sakaguchi, director of the first couple of Final Fantasy games.
Oh, okay.
Who left Square Enix after The Spirits Within was a massive bomb, and that was his project.
Master, what do you...
The Keyblade has no place in this or any world. Xehanort has made his purpose clear, and I am left with no choice.
What do you mean?
Forgive me, but you must exist no more.
Remember, this is where we came in with Terra. It was just on that last part of the line. Okay, so this is so again, some of the communication is a wee bit limited here. But essentially, we don't understand the full context yet. Somehow, Ven has the potential to create the Keyblade, right?
Yes.
Okay, the Blade has the power to trigger the Keyblade War, even if you don't have the raw manpower for it, basically.
Yeah, no, it'll be an apocalyptic event, and he's like, oh, the only way to stop this is to kill you.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like, I'm totally understand if you're Ericus and you're like, this Xehanort guy is smart and he's thought ahead and he's planning on destroying the entire universe, the pragmatic, efficient thing. If killing this one kid...
it is efficient, don't get me wrong.
If killing this one kid will literally stop, like, great, the plans can't happen, then sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe there's an alternative. Maybe you take him and put him in prison somewhere. You talk him through the process. Maybe you get together a posse to go kill Ventus since he's a part of it. I don't know.
Does he know about Ventus? I mean, he doesn't know about the link to him.
I don't know. I think that he probably. I think that if Ericus understands the process of forging the blade, then he could probably reason that something like Ventus exists. But I don't know for sure. We're gonna find out more about what the blade is and how it works and why Ventus is relevant to it in like 30 seconds. So I apologize that that's a slight spoil. It's hard for me to keep track of what's been discussed in the game and what hasn't sometimes.
Well, yeah, because of the way it's being told.
And also because I'm so, I've done this so many times now that it's hard for me to keep track a little bit. We're gonna get into the exact mechanics of the blade now, so.
Great. That's what I've been waiting for.
All game long. While I think that the entire concept of corridors of light is wildly stupid and redundant and like not fiction breaking, but dumb, I do like the visual effect of it popping in, of like it being so bright that it causes like that temporary flash of darkness and the visual distortion. It's a cool effect.
Well, I'm just getting started with you. You're strong enough now to fulfill your purpose. So what are you waiting for? Join with me, right here and now. Become the Keyblade.
No, I won't do it. He told me the only way the Keyblade can be forged is if you and me fight. Well, guess what? I'm not fighting.
You used to be too broken to talk back.
Why are the effects for the memory migraines always different? When Roxas has a memory migraine looking at the computer in KH2, there's like a low droning sound effect. Earlier, he got shot with a bullet, like a light bullet shot past his eye, and he collapsed onto the ground. Now there's just a little twing noise.
Oh, wow.
I think it's Neo Shadows, check it out. Purebloods, since Emblem Heartless don't exist yet. seeing as they are the result of the experiments.
Please don't do this, Master. I'm not strong enough.
No. It is because you're trying to hold it in. Let the dark impulses waken in the pit of your heart. Release them here and now. Sharpen your fear into rage. You must. If you do not let the stone within you run its course, it will wipe you from the face of the world. Make no mistake. Do it. Embrace the darkness. Produce for your master the Keyblade!
Once you understand exactly how the Keyblade works, the idea that Xehanort thinking that Ven could do it right there doesn't make any sense, but whatever, we'll get to that shortly.
Really? You would rather die than use the power. Feckless neophyte.
That face Xehanort was making a second ago is like the face of a disappointed father looking
Yeah.
down at his son. I will extract mine. We already talked about this previously during Terra's campaign. So this is the the thing.
The thing.
Or the discussion of we'll clear the Xehanort quote unquote trying to save Ven,
Yeah.
separating his darkness into a separate being.
Yep. Hey, there's the anime eyes.
Empty creature from Ventus Riven. To you, the name Ventus shall be given.
Yes, Master.
Did he just rhyme?
Yes, he did,
Why?
because he felt like it.
Sure.
Fine. Then I'll give you a reason to fight.
What?
Come and find me. At the one and only place to spawn the Keyblade. The Keyblade Graveyard. There,
No.
you're gonna see me choke the
Oh.
life out of Terra and Aqua. Then we'll see how long you play the pacifist.
So what?
Oh no, but they're my friends. Or they're not. I don't know
So
anymore.
what? Number one, sure, the friend situation is, let's just, whatever, he loves his friends, whatever.
Sure, whatever.
The whole universe could blow up. Just don't go.
No.
Swear I'll put an end to this.
Better yet,
You know how you would put an end to this?
oh yeah, I equipped that off screen.
Oh, okay. You know how you would put an end to this? Drown yourself.
But then Terra and Aqua will die.
Yeah.
Real solution
Will
is,
they? Because wouldn't Vanitas would realize that, like, they're,
the real solution?
yeah.
Well, okay, finish what you were saying first.
I was gonna say, I imagine there's stupid dark psychic link garbage going on, but it's like at that point he wouldn't have a reason to kill it. And even if he did, it's like, I'm sorry, but the long con of this, the long game is like, yeah, you love your friends, but if you kill yourself and then they die, you'll all be together again anyway. So whatever.
All right, real solution?
Real
I'm
solution.
gonna hit you right now.
Okay.
Donald and Goofy. Hercules and Zack. I guess Stitch isn't there anymore. Peter Pan. Get your posse together. I don't know, go... You know what? They have to have gummy ships here, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Go get one. Donald
Maybe
and
they don't
Goofy would
exist
know.
left. Well, no. If gummy ships existed, then Mickey wouldn't need to be zip zop zoopity bop.
But and then how did they get here? How did Scrooge get over here? The gummy ships exist, and Mickey is electing to use the Zip Zop Zoop because it's more efficient, I guess.
It's not though.
But it is. It's instantaneous if you can just figure out where it's going to send you.
But he hasn't.
Well, that's just too bad.
Well, okay, that's Mickey. That's fine. I believe that. Whatever.
So get a ship, get a posse together, and then Ven doesn't have to fight. He can still send. He can like supervise and send backup.
Yeah, but if he's not fast enough, then his friends are gonna get
Gotta go fast.
choked
Gotta go
out.
fast. Well, whatever. Then they'll be like what?
Yeah, I know.
If well, no. Then no, beyond even like the whatever. I don't care about them because
No,
Ven
it's
cares
his
about
friend.
them.
Yeah,
no.
of course.
If Vanitas chokes them out, then he loses all his leverage over Ven anyway. So Vanitas will wait forever if he has to.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And also, if he does choke them out, and like it's like, oh, haha, I did it, and then yeah, Vin would just be like, oh,
No, sad.
I won't fight now, and just throws a Keyblade.
We Keyblade Masters have a special gift. Oh, I should do the voice. We can extract a heart, be it our own or that of another. By continuing this cycle, it is possible to remain in the world of the living forever. Remember when the special Keyblade that Ansem Riku used in Kingdom Hearts 1, its whole power was, quote, the ability to unlock people's hearts, and now apparently as long as you're a Keyblade Master, you can just do that whenever the hell? As a boy, I dreamed of seeing the farthest reaches of the world. If I only went far enough, there would be a world out there in which no one had ever before set foot. And now I know of just such a world. If I become the first to open Kingdom Hearts' door, I can create a next world in which light and darkness exist in perfect equilibrium. So there I stood, with vast knowledge in one gnarled, dying hand, and a newfound purpose in the other. The next step was clear. I needed a new vessel. And that was when I met Ventus and made him my pupil. We were destined to meet, and I could sense the potential within him, but the boy was too benign for his own good. I came to the conclusion that he was too frail to serve as a vessel. That was a yawn because I'm tired. And decided to use him for a second purpose that I had in mind. I would remove the darkness from his heart and split him in two. Then I would have my heart of pure light and my heart of pure darkness. Have they explained why that's significant yet? I don't even remember.
No.
Okay, do they explain it coming up here, or is it in a report later? Dude, I don't remember when these things come up.
Who cares? Tell me about it in post if they don't tell us.
Sure, okay.
Hey, look, there's a Keyblade.
Oh, yeah, this isn't Ven's canon Keyblade. He doesn't get an upgrade like Terra and Aqua do, but it's still nice enough, I suppose. Where am I going?
You're the bad.
Where are we going?
There, where you just were. You're going to the graveyard.
Yeah, of course. My bad. I'm losing it. I'm losing it, Drew. Losing it.
Shouldn't you be urgently flying, looking around this place,
That's
not just
fine.
casually waltzing around?
It's fine. Budget. Levels. Gameplay.
Wallace Minutes Ahead Mickey.
I remember that.
You remember that?
I remember.
Friends forever.
Cool.
Yeah. What did Terra say? I do for friendship.
Maybe.
No, that's exactly what he said. What I do for. I'm pretty sure that's his line. What I do for friendship. I can't remember what Aqua's line is, so we're gonna have to wait, collect them all. Because they all just walk out onto the same cliff, look at the same craters, and say some inspirational line about their abiding friendship that fell apart in one argument. I'm Ventus. I'm just looking for some friends because my best friends broke up with me because of one argument, and I don't understand anything about how relationships work.
Alright.
I don't know if I ever really discussed this, but like my real problem is that with KH1, you look at the...
No, you don't need the chests.
Well, I need that one over there, unfortunately.
Is that the map one?
It's a Xenoheart report.
Oh gosh,
I'm
no.
pretty sure anyway, isn't it? It is, haha.
Ooh.
Is that with Kingdom Hearts 1, any, like, the target demographic of these games, like, we're gonna say, like, 12 to 14, maybe. Like, it's a weird spot, because you gotta get those teenagers that aren't, like, too emo and moody to say, oh, Disney's lame, that's for kids.
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know, I guess, like, younger kids can play these games. They just might be a bit difficult. But, like, any kid who's, like, older than 10 or 11 has probably had the experience of growing out of touch with a friend they've been friends with forever just because they have differences of opinion now, or different personalities, or different interests, or one of them, or, like, the other one turns into a jerk or something.
Yeah.
And so that's why, like, when you play the Destiny Islands segment in KH1, and you,
You can easily escape these.
Yeah, I can. I don't need any of the chests, so are there any stickers around here? I do need those. Where are the stickers?
Oh, jeez.
Look, it's hard to do with the dual sticks when I'm... Okay, there you go.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
When you're on Destiny Islands, pretty much any member of the audience can watch that and understand, oh, I see what's going on with this relationship here. Like, this whole...
You don't need this, no!
Yeah, whatever, I'll fight one group. Like, anybody can look at that relationship and see the writing on the wall with Sora and Riku.
Yeah.
Like, it's clear that there's, Riku's got some alpha male stuff going on. the relationship is becoming a little bit toxic. So that really, like, just within that first like, you know, tutorial sequence, even if they'd never gone to another planet or whatever, the same conflict probably would have played out. It just would have lacked, you know, the sword fights and demon possession. It probably just would have been like a black eye and we're not talking to each other anymore.
Yeah.
You know? It just happened to be that the fantasy setting allowed it to play out in you know, a heightened manner.
Yeah.
Similar to what we talked about with Chain of Memories a lot, about how, you know, Riku's story could have played out in any kind of setting. It just happened to play out in this fantasy setting. I think the real problem for me is that these guys' friendship is too perfect at the very beginning. Like, they're just friends. There's no real, like... The friendship falling apart doesn't feel satisfying because it wasn't set up in any way. It just feels like this weird misunderstanding and manipulation of outside forces. It doesn't feel like it has anything to do with them.
Yeah.
I
think
wish
we talked about this, didn't we?
maybe we did. I don't remember. It's possible we talked about it. It bears repeating either way, because that's really where the problem with this comes in. I think that's really where it kind of falls apart. Is like the friendship was too perfect in the beginning. They talk about all these faults that Terra supposedly has,
But we're never shown.
and then Ven has no faults. And though you haven't met her yet, Aqua's only fault is being right. Is basically, she's like the group mom and nags a lot and like thinks that she's, you know, smart or whatever, but the problem is that she is the mom, she is more responsible than everybody else, she is right. So just, the only one who's even vaguely flawed is Terra, and I'm a Terra evangelist. I'll argue hashtag Terra did nothing wrong.
Well, absolutely.
Like, it's a... Anyway.
And the darkness garbage that it's like, oh, he used the darkness. It's like every single instance of him using darkness was like for a good thing, for the most part, except for his hand being cursed. But I still think that wasn't even him.
He did shoot Bragg in the eyeball.
Who cares?
He was evil anyway, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, what was he gonna do? Not shoot him? And we would have just had a time paradox.
Oh, hey, Aqua.
The editing on this is a bit weird because typically, within this game, they only show things from the perspective of the current character you're playing as. Like, occasionally you get cutaways to other characters, but... And like, in scenes where all these three of these guys are together, you wouldn't see the parts where one of them wasn't present, right?
Yes.
Like, you would expect the scene to fade in when Ven was joining them, but... I mean, it's not, it doesn't matter, it's just a thought.
The master. He tried to hurt Ben.
I guess now that I'm thinking about, like, what happens when Ben shows up,
To protect him.
this scene would feel like it didn't have a beginning if it just started with Ben, probably.
Xehanort set the whole thing up. Also, he could awaken the darkness inside me.
Darkness inside me.
You were
Gotta
right.
let it out. Gotta
We
let
can't
it
keep
out.
making the same
It's
joke.
too easy to make
It's
that
too
joke.
easy to make it.
I went astray. But no more.
No more.
What else is darkness but hate and rage? Xehanort is feeding the dark fires within you, making you fight. You'll go astray again. Tell me, how does that honor our master's memory, Terra?
You're right, Aqua. I should let him live. I should let Master Xehanort continue with his plans unhindered. That would honor our master's memory.
Yeah.
The man who attempted to stab Xehanort in the back
Yep.
to stop him from
Xehanort
doing the
wants
things he was
me
gonna
and
do.
Ventus to fight. Make some kind of keyblade.
Blade.
But the master said we can't let that
I really wish they would be like, wait, but no, wait, we have Keyblades. He's like, no, not that Keyblade.
Not that Keyblade.
Not Keyblade, but Keyblade.
The Keyblade. Aqua
Keyblade.
somehow knows it's different.
is.
Still don't know. It's the ending of the campaign. I still don't really know what it is. Whatever. We still have scenes to come. That's fine.
Just the thought of it.
Oh, God, I just realized you haven't seen the Keyblade yet.
I don't know what the Keyblade is.
Oh boy, I'm getting excited again now.
I assumed that the Keyblade wouldn't actually visually show up
Oh,
at
the
all.
Keyblade will show up. The Keyblade ghosts are involved. The Keyblade will make an appearance.
Size. I want you
The
to.
three of us can never be torn apart, alright? I'll always find a way.
Aqua, don't you know short people don't like it when you do that?
They prefer to be called little people.
Just put an end to me.
Ooh. Where do these people keep walking from?
There's
could-
four directions, dude.
Yeah, but you'd be able to see them from a mile away.
Well, they weren't looking. They were busy. Ventus was hiding behind Xehanort, and Xehanort had cloaking on. His stealth levels were maxed out.
Look at all these keys.
These lifeless keys used to be full of power.
Don't
Some
look
of
too
these-
hard at them.
Some
though.
of these are designs that have popped up in previous games,
Oh,
and
wait,
other ones
no,
are
don't
just
put it
generic.
sideways like that. You could see it was flat because it was sideways.
Then come back.
That one's 3D, but that's because there's a close-up on it.
Yeah.
Some of these Keyblades have shown up in the other games, and other ones were created just for this setting.
Countless Keyblade
Like the one with the red hilt and like the bandages around it. Yeah, that one. That's the Keyblade you get for beating Sephiroth in KH2.
Okay, cool.
And I want to wait before I get the other ones that are recognized.
Keyblade.
Keyblade or Keyblade? Oh yeah, I forgot he can just do that.
Yeah, he has earthbending apparently. I keep wanting every time he does this. I keep wanting to reference a character from season 2 of Avatar, but we never continued with Avatar. So
You
I
can
can't make
reference
those
it to
references.
most of the people that are watching this because I'm sure they have.
Toph could kick Xehanort's ass.
I know who that is.
Oh, you know who
It's
Toph is?
She's the blind one, yeah.
Yeah, she's the blind bandit. That's correct. All this stuff that Xehanort is doing here, amateur hour.
Yeah. No, why? Listen, if Ventus can do it, then you can do it, Van.
I'm not sure that's true.
No, I believe it to be true.
Well, just because you
He
believe
can-
it doesn't mean it is.
Aqua, no, don't get your ass kicked in the cutscene immediately.
Oh man, her face was not moving at all.
No, don't pay
Face was
attention.
completely static. There wasn't even a lip flap for her saying Terra. I love that they added dialogue to the sequence, and it's just the characters saying each other's names anime style. I guess they did add that grunt. and
Nothing
that
personal,
"Ha!"
kid.
Nothing personal. That was the ending of Atlantis Lost Empire. I was trying to do the voice of the lady when she shoots the
Ah, all these things.
flare. All these keys.
All these blades.
Just okay.
Then
I
you're
wanna-
holding your keyblade
exactly.
backwards!
It's literally the
This will be
only.
the-
It's the only time that holding it backhanded would be useful, and he can't figure it out in his stupid brain. His stupid broken child brain. If you aren't here to murder Xehanort, you are in the wrong line of work.
Okay.
No! I skipped this during the streams, but I really don't care. I'm happy to just sit here for a minute and chill and heckle.
There's
There's this thing. Oh, look at Van. Oh no, he's so spooked.
King.
The appearance of Kingdom
hey,
Hearts
Mickey.
doesn't. Whatever. I'm not even gonna get into it. I was gonna get into plot hole stuff, and I
Don't
don't
worry about it.
I just don't care.
Listen, you don't know what Kingdom Hearts is.
It's true, I
Kingdom Hearts is like,
It's indeed.
but it's also this big heart.
How about you leave the popsicle with me? So
Whoa.
you can go have your little fight with Terra. You can't be too happy about him deep sixing your master.
Why are you here?
Who are you?
Indeed. Who is he?
You think you two have got some grand role to play. As if. You're only here so that when I finish you off, Terra will succumb to the darkness. So, who wants to go first?
Shut up!
Oh, so this kiddo thinks he's a full-fledged Keyblade wielder. He's got the angry look down.
Go ahead if you want to waste your time. Keep trying to drive us apart with your mind games. It'll never work.
You know what would work even better? It's stab. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Aqua. Get up and stab him, please. He's working on it. It's very chilly. Don't, Aqua, don't fight him. Don't go. Please, oh baby. I don't care about anything that's happening in these
You have
scenes
fire magic.
or
Just use
off
fire magic
screen.
to thaw yourself
Don't
up.
mess with Keyblade wielders. But you know what? That just means I made the right choice. Well, he wanted me to buy
And by now she's
time.
closed distance on him and stabbed him. But whatever. As soon as we cut away from Aqua, she ceased to exist. And now she just stops following him. You
Get on
could
your
have kept running and
Hey.
stabbed him.
Get on your flight device.
Or just throw her your Keyblade.
Yeah.
Shoot magic.
Use magic. She's a magic user.
Cartwheel. Cartwheel in front of him. Cartwheel right now. Never mind.
That Keyblade didn't make contact with her, did it?
You said
Like-
that, and somebody in the stream said that. I wasn't even looking for it. That one definitely didn't make. She's about to though. He's gonna stab.
No.
Big stab.
No, not my Aqua. Who else will I base all my fan art off of?
Can I? Okay, I know this isn't what's happening here, but can I just say that the visual effect that's rising up from him right now, all I can think about, because of the poorly compressed smoke effects on like, a PS2-esque system, all I can think about is Otacon and what's his face from MGS3 whizzing in their pants in terror, and that steam effect rising from the pool that's left behind.
Amazing.
It's all I can think about whenever I see that effect is Otacon in the locker in Twin Snakes and Sokolov in MGS3.
Do the fight. Defeat Vanitas without
Defeat Vanitas.
without King Mickey this time.
No King Mickey. We have to do it all by ourselves. But we already got the armor with the head
Oh,
the
hold
helmet
up.
off.
Is our okay.
Oh, I didn't change my deck out.
That is not a lot of keyboard. That is not as many as he was writing earlier. He's just
Hey,
writing.
you need to go ahead and kill me, buddy. I screwed up. Any day now, buddy. Come on, let's
ow.
go. Let's go. Come on. You can do it, buddy.
He's just
Yeah. He's just like, do I look cool yet? Are you intimidated?
not really.
Any day now, buddy. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, and there's those goofy visual effects again.
It's very strange. Maybe giving villains Keyblades was a bad idea. We're gonna have to skip all those cutscenes, but it's okay.
You'll be fine.
It'll take us a few minutes. Who cares? These loading
It won't be.
screens will take a little while, but
Oh
it's
yeah,
alright.
I guess so.
It's alright. It's fine. It's no big deal. What is new? Oh, I picked up.
No.
Oh, yeah, this is the same stuff that I saw before. Okay, we're fine.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Just switch on over to the
I
boss
just wanted to know.
bitch.
I just wanted to know what
No.
it was. That's all.
You're not allowed to know anything in Kingdom Hearts.
I believe it or not, I know a lot of things in Kingdom
You're not allowed
Hearts.
to learn anything else. You're wrong about it all.
I was wrong about it all along? Yeah, it's fine. Some people have said that before to me. Did I save at the save point or not?
Yes, you did.
I did? Okay. Then we're just gonna keep going. Gotta go fast! Gotta go fast!
Ooh.
Gotta go
I was gonna
faster,
say that
faster,
Aqua's
faster, faster, faster.
armor kind of reminds me of that Blue Blur himself.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I wasn't going to
Because
because.
he doesn't ever wear armor in Black Knight, does he? The other characters do, but he doesn't. No, he does wear armor?
Oh boy.
He gets
Oh,
armor?
boy.
Okay, well.
Oh, boy.
Sounds exciting. From the way
Oh.
you're hype manning it up. It sounds
Oh,
sounds
man.
pretty sick.
He doesn't turn supersonic in that game.
Everybody's supersonic racing.
Well, it's like in Secret Rings, he didn't turn supersonic. He has a unique super form in both of those games.
Great.
Yeah,
I actually knew about the Secret of the Ring super form.
I like his super
Now
form.
that you say that, that makes me think that I must have seen the Black Knight one at some point.
Well-
because I watched both of Midax's videos on the Sonic Storybook games.
Spoiler alert, everybody who's afraid about Sonic in Black Knight spoilers, he gets golden armor.
And who isn't?
You get,
Who
god.
isn't scared about spoilers for Sonic and the Black Knight?
Sonic Forces, you can actually get cosmetically. You can get like the super armor that you get. I remember. Oh boy, what a weird pull. Why did they include that?
Why did they include the city level in Generations from Sonic 06? Why do you ask these questions of Sega?
I mean, what else from 06?
When you will inevitably be disappointed by the answer.
What else from 06? I wouldn't have wanted them to just ignore their mistake. So
I would. Who cares? Who cares? I don't care. Get it out of there.
I guess, but it's like, but what other level would they have picked from 06?
I don't know.
You didn't take
I guess it looks, but I guess it's like between that and like if you want a city level, Radical Highway is preferable in my personal opinion.
Well, yeah, but they had to have City Escape from the
yeah, right. I forgot.
They
only
had
taking one
to.
level from each game, so yeah, of course you go to City Escape.
It's like I love Radical Highway. Don't get me wrong, but they would have been a travesty.
You are correct. The only choice, if you can only pull one level from Adventure 2, is City Escape.
Pumpkin Hill.
Of course. What was their pull from Adventure 1 again? Remind me. Did they do the city level for that?
They did. Yeah, it was a city level.
The version of Radical High, like the basically the inferior Radical Highway.
Yeah, it was absolutely that one. I had to think for a second.
I don't even know what it's called, but it's fine. There we go. Already beat him.
And then they had oh man, that chaos fight in that game was weird. Just because it's like, oh man, no, you don't need Supersonic anymore.
Thunder Surge is all you need.
Yeah, that was. I should comment that didn't take you any time at all.
No, it didn't. Because Thunder Surge is all that matters. Once you get enough, we've maxed out our magic hastes, right?
Yeah.
Like we can basically, if we had a deck full of magic spells, we could just mash triangle and spend all of them. And the one on the opposite side would have probably reloaded by the time we got back.
The dark outline on him looks like the very thick black outline you had on Smash DS.
Oh yeah. Make sure you can see it. Up the readability. You're right. It does look a lot like the Smash 3DS.
To perish, you and I will have to join together. The Keyblade will be forged.
Why do you want the Keyblade to be forged?
You don't have any other comments about what's happening right now?
No.
You just don't care.
Not really.
Just don't care.
I actually don't.
I mean, I'm not like. I guess I don't care. I don't even mind that you don't care. Just like.
You said it's
you know what? Yeah, that's right. You're correct. Don't care.
You said it's the same voice actor too, right?
Yeah, but again,
I didn't think that was gonna be the pool, but also I'm like, when the mask was coming off, I was like, it's gonna be either like him or not him. Is it gonna be Vin or Vin/Roxas or Sora?
It's
so
like
whatever.
It's like a.
Is this supposed to be a reveal? Because whatever.
I think it's a. Why else would he have been wearing the helmet for the whole game? He doesn't take it off in any of the other campaigns.
Okay, but all the masks, like all the hooded figures in Kingdom Hearts 2, those weren't really reveals.
That's what's so weird about this one is that like finally we put a mask on somebody and there was actually a face underneath it that we knew.
Yeah, okay, that's fair, but I don't care.
Yeah, because like, what does this mean? It's just a guy who looks like Sora. There's no context.
It's oh man.
It's just a thing to wonder about.
When the good and the dark and the light form, you get the dark, but with no color palette of them. Who cares?
Like this is literally just a this isn't a reveal because we don't have enough information to know what this means yet. This is a surprise. This is like the result of information we don't have yet. Like just a general writing tip for people. Sometimes you can give stuff away ahead of time, but what's usually fun to do is you place information somewhere within the script that the audience doesn't even really get to think about, and then later that information comes back up in an unexpected way. What we have here is a result of information that has not yet been presented to surprise us in order to give us an explanation later that will mean nothing. It's just like, oh, I guess that's what was going on with that thing that didn't make sense.
Like this is a solid enough design. I like it overall.
Yes, it's a good design.
But it's like that's as far as my thoughts go.
Ventus has a fantastic design. Anyway, so yeah, somehow Ven just made a big leap of logic, which was some unversed jumped out at him, and he said, "The unversed come from you."
Oh God.
Which obviously Xehanort told Terra that during his campaign, but like, wouldn't your assumption just be you can control them, not that you're literally like the source of all of them? Anyway, so yeah, so basically Ventus is saying, yeah, when I got stabbed, there was a massive amount of negativity, massive amount of negative force when we were split in two.
And so okay,
that negativity took shape as these monsters.
A horde of fledgling emotions under my control. I released them in all the worlds I could. hoping to lure you away from home and isolate you from your master.
And there's Aqua just in the scene.
Yep.
The unversed were the perfect opponents. And better yet,
But why do you want to become the Keyblade? Because you'll die too. Right? Maybe not. I don't know.
you never...
Believe it or not, Joey, the light novel adaptation of this game explains why Ventus wants to go along with Xehanort and make the Keyblade, but the game doesn't.
I was about to say, well, that's cool. I'm not going to read it, so it doesn't matter.
I had never read it either. Chat had to inform me that Ventus is an interesting character with understandable motivations.
Cool.
Chance against us, Ventus.
Anyway, so here we go.
Wait, he just...
Whee!
There she goes.
The best comment in chat at that was, Aqua is so floaty that she literally weighs nothing. This has been like 50% of his dialogue in this game.
It has.
So that was the explosion that Terra saw that made him very upset.
Yep. Because he was like, oh
Oh no, my friends! Complete series box set on DVD. I loaned it and I haven't gotten it back. I have to know what happens between Rachel and Ross.
What song is?
This is
this the Ventus thing?
Yeah, this is like version 2 of the Ventus fight music.
Our union was not finished. The Keyblade shouldn't stay.
That doesn't look too great. It's cool, but it doesn't look too great right now.
You're looking at the quote-unquote incomplete version of it.
Complete the Keyblade.
The complete version doesn't have these chinks in it, and the shifting color palette doesn't exist. It's just a solid.
But why
like
is
metal
it,
color.
Is that two hilts attached to each other?
It's two kingdom keys crossing each other, and then like another blade stuck through them.
All right.
I'm waiting for a proper establishing shot of it, but whatever. Okay, so I guess they're not going to explain it, or maybe they did and we missed it. Basically, the fact that Ventus is pure darkness and Ventus is pure light. Once they were of comparable power levels, the simple virtue of stop hitting yourself came into effect on a cosmic scale and caused the generation of the blade, right?
Sure.
Okay. So at this point, in the real world, this is spoilers, quotation marks for Aqua, but I don't care. In the real world, quotation marks, they are now back in the same body, right?
Okay.
And Ventus is the dominant personality. This is going to be a boss fight for Aqua.
Yeah.
This isn't even a spoiler because you'll see it coming by a country mile once we get to that point during Aqua. But anyway, basically, so what Ventus just said is, okay, the Keyblade isn't quite finished yet. We need to join together in a perfect union to make it for realsies. Because even though we're in the same body, we're still in conflict on this like metaphysical level, right? To which Ventus says
their
this.
ideals can
I've got
never
a better
combine.
idea. How about I destroy you both?
But the very merit of the fact that you guys are fighting is what creates it.
No, it's fine.
It doesn't make sense, but whatever. Anyway,
Let your ideals drag you down to
The
hell.
Keyblade is made of your heart.
look at
too.
this.
God.
Destroy.
God.
Your heart will vanish forever.
So the blade is made of both of their hearts, and if Ventus successfully destroys it, then that will destroy Ven's heart, bringing him back to where he was at the beginning of the game.
Whatever it takes. Anything to save Terra and Aqua.
As opposed to the whole universe.
It's
I mean,
always
we're
been
not...
friends.
He doesn't have to care about the universe.
He doesn't, you're right. But whatever. Ooh, get him.
Oh, gosh.
Boom, burn.
I've become a part of their heart. Just as they've become a part of mine.
Oh
My
boy!
dreams are my power.
That shot's
not
great.
theirs.
Nothing has happened between them from that scene to now.
No.
Other than Terra showing up and not understanding what's happening and killing, quotation marks, Ericus. And then Ventus showing up and saying, you two have got to kill me if things go south. That was the only conversations that have happened.
Yeah, but they've had time to reflect.
Like, I mean, I'm not saying that like their relationship is really legitimately, truly broken from that argument, because obviously friends can have arguments and be mad at each other for a while and still care about each other. But the point is, like, then what was the point of the argument if there was no outward growth from it? But whatever. Anyway, Ventus has a cool moveset, and this is a cool boss fight. We got the stained glass with both of them on it.
Yeah, it's a really cool arena. I was going to comment on that. I really like it.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
But Ventus remains a broken boss who can break out of most attacks.
Oh, can't block that, I guess.
I guess not. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We'll just teleport out of attacks, so the only thing to do is to spam Thunder Surge and
with Thunder Surge,
attempt to be safe.
There's less of a chance that you'll get hurt. Oh, alright. Alright.
Why not? Get out of here. Get out of here.
Sky Climber?
Yeah, I hadn't gotten this one on screen yet. Crap. I unlocked privileges to use this after one of the Mirage Arena battles that I did off screen a few minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
I'll attempt to use some of its standard melee set, but it's dangerous to do. Oh, we're already on to phase 2? Here we go. Playtime's over. Oh no, I'm not. Okay, it healed me to full. Good. Okay. Now initiates a really weird. Look, we're de-linked with Ventus.
I see that.
You'll notice he has 1 pip of health left, but it's seemingly hitting him isn't doing anything. No, despite what you might think, this is not meant to be a, this is not meant to be like a, you gotta hit him with a finisher thing like from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Well, yeah, no, I imagine this is gimmicky.
So you'll notice our command gauge has been completely replaced with Dark Spiral and Dark Splicer. We have no ability to heal.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, wow, this is just like Sonic Rush.
I was gonna say it's like a Dragon Ball fight, but that's fine too. Look at me go. I'll kick his ass. Okay, wow, okay. He just clipped right through the camera there on that one. That was great. Good stuff.
What is Dark Spice? Oh, that. Oh. Oh, wait. Is it just the same thing over?
Pretty much, yeah. The QTEs will be different sometimes, and some of the animations are so, like, it'll always just be like they do that, wind up doing that, like, blade lock type thing, basically. Well, except for the Dark Splicer does this. Dark Spiral and the Shot Lock have very similar attacks, or very similar effects.
Okay, and you just gotta get the bar filled, I imagine.
Yeah, you fill up the bar to get a finisher, as you do with all of these, called Last Word. Now let's just hope that it doesn't whiff, because it can whiff.
Really?
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why did it have to come to this? Yeah, Last Word can whiff. And then you have to build the gauge again in a section of the fight where you can't heal.
That's great. That is a cool part.
It's cool. It's visually neat. It's inventive.
It'd be better if it was unwhippable.
It would be better if you could still cure, or if there was more interactivity than just a handful of moves. Like it should be more scripted. You know what I mean? Like it should have been more like kind of the ending of the Xehanort fight. Sorry, the Xemnas fight in Cage 2.
My Keyblade.
Oh no!
Oh no, my Keyblade.
So this is the part that's kind of weird to me, though, is that, like... So they say that by doing this, Ventus has shattered his own heart, right?
Yeah.
Like, by killing Ventus and destroying the blade, this is going to destroy his own heart, since they've now reintegrated, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But then what was Ventus's plan?
To become the blade.
Okay, but... but they were both here facing each other down, right?
No, to become the blade.
Yeah, okay, so, but what
no, it's fine.
If Ventus had killed Ven, wouldn't the exact same thing have happened and Ventus's heart would have been destroyed?
No.
So was the plan just to hope that Ventus would go quietly and assimilate peacefully? Because that's a really stupid thing to assume that he would do that as opposed to just fighting.
Nah.
Anyway, so there goes Ven's heart. Wachoo! Away! Goodbye, Ven's heart.
Great!
Xehanort Report 10. Did I read the Xehanort report we got out of that chest?
I don't know.
I think we have 2 Xehanort reports we haven't read. We gotta read them both. Because I got that report out of the chest and we didn't read it. They're in outer space, Joey. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It was an old school dinosaur laser fight in space.
Hey, Mickey.
He's got the plot drive. It took him where he needed to be, and now it's gonna take him where they need to be. Whee! Goodbye.
I think he just drops him in the ocean.
I will let you go, Ben. I really don't care that much. I met you once.
This place. I've been here. So warm. I remember now. This is your heart.
No, Joey, you don't get anything. I know. I saw your expression of elaborate. No, not yet, Joey. We have a whole other campaign and final ending to go.
I'm being honest. I was really waiting for him to say, "I know this place, the Kingdom Hearts," and it just ends.
The Square Enix. So that was Ben's campaign.
Why was he in space?
What? What do you mean? Why was he in space? Why wouldn't he be? You saw the nuke go off, right?
Why were they holding hands?
Because they're friends.
I didn't see the nuke go off. I saw it go off in Terra's campaign.
But it went off and he was at the center of it, remember? When and he was
Is
like,
that what that
that was the explosion. Oh no, you're right, there were two nukes. I forgot, there was the initial explosion where he was like, look, it's the Keyblade. And then later, after they were both unconscious, then there was another nuke. You're right. I forgot about the second bomb.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see that one, you're right. There is a second bomb we did not get to witness.
Well, there it is. There's Ven.
What did you think of that, Joey?
I don't. Vanitas design cool, boss fight cool enough.
I feel like we might. Okay, do you like remember this one well enough? Because I feel like with Terra's, like you tracked it pretty well across multiple sessions. I feel like are you remembering like the rest of Terra?
Okay,
Ven's,
let's help me fill in the blanks. Let's run it through. Okay, he gets dumped off at the place because his heart was taken out.
That's correct.
And it was broken. He had the dead fish anime Sakura from Fate eyes.
Sure. I'm gonna take your word for it on that last one.
Yeah. He's got the worm basement eyes. Okay, and then the exam happens, and he's like, no, I'm gonna help too for some reason. And he does, yada yada. I'm trying to remember why he leaves. I don't remember why he leaves.
Vanitas appears and
Vanitas,
says,
oh yeah, in his room, and is like,
Terra's leaving you
behind. Yeah.
And the next time you see him, he'll be a different person.
And Terra leaves, and
doesn't listen to Ven when he has something important that he wants to tell.
And then
Terra.
Ven waits long enough to start pursuing him to where it'll actually not be like on it. Like if he would have left immediately, he would have been like, "Hey, hold up, I'm right behind you," and he would have turned around and be like, "Okay, what?" But nah. Okay, so then they start going through the worlds. They go to, where's the first place? Help me go.
He goes to
remind me
Snow
the
White
world.
first. He goes to Snow White first.
Okay, he goes to Snow White first, and the dwarves are like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yada, yada.
Get out of here, you're a thief.
Get out of here. And then she's like, oh, yeah, there was this man, and he...
Big, mean, scary man.
Big, mean, scary man because of the stuff that attacked. You explained that, yada, yada. And then Undertale happened. And then... Okay, and that's it. No, it's not it. What else happened on the world?
On that world, that was it, yeah.
Okay, that was it. Next world.
It was Cinderella. We helped make a dress.
Oh god, yeah. It was neat because it was a level that had its own design, but it was like that was about all. To it. There was a cat fight.
There was a cat fight.
There was a cat fight. It was pretty neat.
Then there was the Enchanted Dominion, Sleeping Beauty. We helped get Aurora's heart back, but did not see that through to the end because Maleficent said some meany things, and then Aqua was like, go home, and Ven was like, you can't tell me what to do, Mom! And he flew away.
Yep.
Then we go to Radiant Garden, where friends argue.
Yep.
Scrooge McDuck gives him tickets.
Yep, and then we go to Disney World.
No, you're skipping over the important crossing of paths with Lee and Isa.
Yeah. Oh,
and also Vexen and Zexion in their human forms are there.
Yeah, because why not? What's happening there? We had that whole discussion of why is this a thing.
And then he made ice cream. Then he helped 626 escape.
Yep, and big friendship.
He helped Hercules train, and actually, legitimately, seemed to become friends with Hercules and Zack.
Yeah, and
partially just because of the quality of the dialogue writing on that world.
Yeah, it was a cool world. It really was. Their interactions were great.
Then he kind of went on I guess it started as like a shooting star hunt. Then it turned into a rescue Tinkerbell operation. Then it turned into a beat Captain Hookup. And then it turned into I got the plot drive. Man, I'm really thinking about it. His actual, like, Neverland was kind of a mess.
Not a lot actually, like, in the Disney worlds, not a lot happens with him.
No.
That's the big thing.
I think that, like, the real thing is that... I guess I'll say this. Now that you've played 2 campaigns, who do you prefer, Ven or Terra, as, like, a character? Who's more interesting? Whose experience did you prefer overall?
Well, Ven, because at least with Ventus and all that, there was more going on, at least.
Just mean like the relationship between the two of them and some backstory?
Yeah, because it did feel like there was a little bit more going on. With Terra, it was just, oh man, you're so hungry for power.
The
also
words that
Xehanort.
people were saying about Ven were true? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I suppose so. And then, because it was basically just, oh man, I gotta keep my power urges in check, and Xehanort is a cool guy. Oh no, he's not. And
then I'm gone. I will say that Terra's like...
Although Terra's conclusion was felt a little bit better than this.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Because the boss fight and all was cool, but there's still a lot of questions. Like, I don't care about the blade.
It just kind of stopped.
But with Terra, it was like, oh, here we go. And you get one last hoorah, and it was just cool. And
Terra's...
It actually... it felt like whatever happened here doesn't... I'm sure it does impact the series a little bit, but it's like Terra's, it's like, oh, well, at least now I know. There's some other game relevant plot stuff. Maybe after Aqua's, I'll see the relevant stuff that happened, and then the Sora stuff, of course, but...
Gosh, which reports? I think we got reports 10 and 12?
10 and 12.
Okay, let's go. As was to be expected, Ventus lacked the constitution for such an ordeal. I was able to remove the darkness inside of him and create Ventus, a heart of pure darkness, but Ventus drifted into the clutches of sleep. Ventus' heart of pure light and Vanitas' heart of pure darkness. If they could be made strong enough to one day clash, I knew the Keyblade could be forged. Of course, we got this report on the Keyblade graveyard and didn't read it. That's why I was confused about like what information we didn't have. We should have read this then, and then this wouldn't have been a problem. I'm an idiot. This is my fault. This is my fault this time.
Who cares?
I do. I hold myself to a certain standard, and I'm falling short of that standard with missing
but
this.
you're on like 2 hours of sleep.
Well, let's not peddle a false narrative here. 4 hours of sleep. We don't need to exaggerate things just to make it sound like it's worse than it is. But Vanitas took too much of Ventus' heart, and from that fracture I could see the last of Ventus' light was slipping away. The boy deserved a place to spend his final moments peacefully, and what should come to mind but my own boyhood home. I don't necessarily mind the idea of like Xehanort like having enough honor in his own way to be like, oh, this kid is dying slowly.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll go dump him on a nice like that makes sense to me, except that that's like the only nice thing he has ever done, period, and it was off screen. I don't know. I'm not even saying like that's a problem. I'm sure people are gonna say that's a nitpick or a complaint. It's more just like an observation of.
It's strange for sure.
I wish that this was more of a consistent character trait, like some kind of. I'm thinking about the ending of Infinity War, when Tony Stark has his like final stand like mano a mano with Thanos.
Yeah.
Where they're just like basically just having a fist fight, and at the end when Thanos like kind of gets the better of him, he says, I respect you, Stark. You have my respect. I hope that they remember you. Like Thanos is on the opposite side, but he's like, wow, you're actually a badass. You're really cool. Like this right there, that feels like something that Thanos would do, because while he has his own ideals and objectives, he's like,
I respect this.
Yeah. So I wish that in the same way, like Xehanort, instead of being like, ha ha ha, why are you sad about Ericus being dead, Terra? Embrace the evil. He should be like, oh, poor Ericus. He was a good man, but unfortunately, it was well past his time. Like something like that, right?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I don't know. Anyway, this is a stupid Disney cartoon game. He's a mustache twirling villain. That's totally fine. Like
he twirls his mustache for all but this moment.
Twirls his goatee. My legs took me there unbidden, and as I stood there on the same beach where I had made my choice so many years ago, I thought, not a single thing has changed. Here in this quiet world, time marches in place. Content that Ventus would find peace here, I started to walk away. But just then, the boy held up his keyblade. The light within him had not died.
Okay.
I enjoy the writing of these, the
I like
reports
that.
very frequently. Like
I was gonna say, like, I genuinely like all the information in this one.
It's good information, and also, again, like, it doesn't necessarily line up with the goatee twirling characterization we see elsewhere, but just like the quiet self-reflection of how much he's gone on to do and see, and he's gone back to Destiny Islands. It's like, wow, I could have bummed around here my entire life. It's exactly the same as when I left it, 50, 60 years ago, however long ago. That's a really humanizing moment.
And then we're gonna open this one. He's like, the boy's so stupid. How dare he have friends?
The time has come. What do you say?
Said they're only his weakness, but the darkness is the power.
I have received a word from Ericus that his pupils are to become true Keyblade Masters. Terra and Aqua, it will be easy now to lure into the outside world. Again, even they haven't gone, even though Ventus was upset about nowhere. But Ventus, I will get nowhere without him. Ventus can feel some of what Ventus feels, and he says that Terra is the key. Ventus has loved Terra like a real brother ever since he let him keep his old wooden keyblade. It seems we have found a loose thread at which we can tug to unravel Ventus's heart. The first step is to get Terra alone. Then we need to plant the seeds of doubt in Ventus. Let him carry his faint light as he chases his brother into the darkness. Let the darkness make his light stronger, and then let the light deepen the darkness. And where the two finally meet is where the stuff of legends will become real. So I'm going to return to this. Ventus can feel some of what Ventus feels. So this is the plot point that is apparently elaborated upon in the light novel.
This is the plot of the Sonic OVA from years ago.
So apparently in the light novel, I'm probably going to butcher this, but somebody left like a message in chat explaining this stuff to me during the stream, and it's basically like, when Ventus was born, since he was like pure darkness, he could only really feel bad emotions, right?
Yeah.
So while he could experience some of the love and affection and light that Ventus felt, it was more that he could only experience jealousy over that, right?
Yeah.
All of the negative emotions that he felt, such as jealousy, generated the unversed. Ventus then attacked the unversed, because he's a creature of darkness. He killed the unversed that appeared, which caused him physical pain, which made him angry. So like he just got in this...
Does that mean every time that somebody kills an unversed, it goes,
He feels it. And in the novel, I don't know about in this game. This is nowhere in any of the games. In the novels, every single time that someone kills the unversed, the pain of that just goes straight back to Ventus. And the reason that he cares about making the blade is because Xehanort convinces him the only way to escape this torturous existence is to remerge with Ventus and forge the blade. And then you can be a real person.
Okay, that would have been nice if that was in the game.
If it was in the game.
The fact that nothing in the game leads us to believe that makes me think like that's just some... I like that...
That does not feel like something that was cut from this game. That feels like something that
Hashtag not my canon.
That feels like something that somebody else was working with this decided to add in. Because they looked at this and said there's not enough going on here. I don't know, like, Ventus can feel some of what Ventus feels is like... Kind of, but not.
But it's like, I would imagine that's just plot, like, oh man.
We need an excuse for why Xehanort would know this.
Sure.
That feels like something, and I say this as a writer. Now, I'm not saying this is lazy. I'm saying this is real, this is realistic. That feels like you're sitting down writing the script and going, wait, how could Xehanort possibly have made this plan if he's not around to know these people properly? Oh, let's just have Ventus have some kind of insider information on Ventus and bada bing, bada bing. Like, that's totally 100% acceptable. I'm not mad at that at all. The timeline of events.
Okay.
Somehow Terra managed to complete an entire world in half of this world before Ventus even got to the first world, even though he only left about 30 seconds after Terra.
Listen, dude.
Traffic jam.
Space travel is faster and weirder. It's fine.
What is this big line in the middle? This big orange line?
I couldn't tell you.
It's probably like, are they act breaks? They're act breaks, because this is the first, like, third of the map, this is the middle of the map, this is the back third of the map, and then this is the ending of the game. That's what it is. Okay. That makes sense. And then it opens up the journal entry for that person on this. But, like, it lets you kind of see, like, the order in which things occurred, if you care. I mean, it's a nice little feature to have in there. And then there'll be a blue bar for Aqua
appreciate it.
It's fun. I like it. It's fine. Keyblade Graveyard. I like that they made this new world art. Like, they have the logo that fades in, obviously, when you get to places, and they have, like, the overall world art.
Yep.
Destiny Islands isn't even visible on the map, but they created this new logo for it. I forget if it was created for this game or if it was in the files for KH2. I want to say it was created for this game, because, like, there was a logo for it in KH1, but it was just the play island featured extremely prominently on a, like, blue body of water sphere. Whereas now we see both the play island and, like, the quotation marks big island with the town and the volcano, and I assume it's a volcano just from the shape of the mountain.
It looks like it.
We still don't know enough to know. I mean, like, it's also because it's a tropical island. They're all, you know, they were volcanoes at one point. Anyway.
Yeah, that's that.
That was Ven's campaign. I'll say again that, like, a lot of stuff in this game is really fun and interesting. Like, that whole final fight with Ventus has got some really neat aesthetic stuff going on. And, like, the concept of he's down to 1 HP, fill up the command bar using these special moves that we're giving you is neat. Even if it's not, it's kind of a little bit janky.
Yeah. Neat in concept, a little buggy in practice.
I maintain, I know I keep harping on this as if it's like, I don't want to sound like it's the only positive that I have or whatever, but the pacing remains really solid in this. Like, just that getting into events between important story events and right into the end game really quickly with each of these campaigns is a lot of fun. And but yeah, we suffer from kind of similar problems to Terra with just a general lack of focus. I guess Terra's was a lack of focus. Ven's is just like a generally being kind of aimless. He doesn't have an objective like Terra does, both on a character standpoint and on like a minute-to-minute standpoint of like, why is he going on this trip?
Yeah, exactly.
Because like Terra has, you know, okay, I want to be, you know, I want validation. Like, I think, because like they talk about power or whatever. To me, the script says he wants validation. He wants purpose. He wants Dad to say that he's cool.
Yeah.
You know, he wants to be a Keyblade Master or whatever. And Terra Xehanort offers something that Eric has failed to offer him. So he's on an emotional level, he's seeking validation, and physically he's like on a mission to hunt down the unversed and prove himself and become a master or whatever, right? Ven lacks all of that. There's like this vague threat of find Terra before something bad happens to him, but even when he finds Terra, he does nothing to really investigate or prevent a bad thing that is vague in the first place. And then in the back half of the game, it's I'm looking for some friends.
Yeah, and that just kind of doesn't lead anywhere until it's like, oh my friends, I forgive them in my heart, and we're all friends now.
It's again, I guess some people will probably say that we're being like unfair for taking that like the Radiant Garden argument as like relationship shattering. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like it makes perfectly logical sense that they would all get back together in a week and say,
well,
I'm
yeah,
sorry
of
about
course,
that.
but it's like it was so extreme that happened, and then they all just
excuse me. And
they all just walked away like babies. Like it's like if they were younger, that would make more sense, but they're not.
And it's like within the context of a narrative where we only have so many scenes, the fact that we have so much emphasis placed on that's such an important blip on the radar of these three characters' interactions with each other.
But like,
it really needs more follow-up.
The fact that it's like, oh man, you guys aren't my friends anymore. I'm gonna run away. See ya. That's so emotionally immature.
Yeah.
It's like if they were 13, this is how they would react. But they're
16 to 20.
Yeah, exactly.
So several people have made the argument that this is not really like an authority. This is more like a how I interpret it, not how I think the game was written type thing.
Yes.
But I've seen several people make the argument of these three are not friends in the way that Sora, Riku, and Kairi, or even Axel, Roxas, and Shion are, in that these three basically have no other options, and they're just at this boarding school together.
That's honestly what it feels like.
And
it really is, because we had this discussion before where it's like their interactions seem like the basis of I like this person, I want to get along with them, because they're not cutting up with each other or anything. It's just like oh we're so good friends. Let's sit here and gaze at the stars.
Mm-hmm. It's just a difficult thing for me to really buy into the now. I mean, you've already seen we've got two Terra's is explicitly like bad ending. Ven's ending is kind of vague with these like, oh, your heart will be shattered, which is bad, but he's already recovered from it once apparently. I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be worse this time because he's killing both himself and Ventus at the same time. So
Sure.
The point is, like, we got 2 bad endings, and it just feels like it's hard to really buy into this when it's like this isn't a trajectory that they were set on because of like their characterization or their relationships and the I don't know. I don't even hate these. Like, I don't hate these characters at all. They're all totally fine.
Oh no, it's fine.
But they're up against stiff competition. In terms of like
but it's like they put themselves in this position because of the direct
comparisons and the insistence upon the kind of trio structure that they've latched onto so heavily of the the Sora, Riku, Kairi, Roxas, Axel, Xion, Ven, Terra, Aqua. It's and I guess there's a lot of things can be divided up really easily into trios. Sora, Donald, Goofy. Hayner, Pence, Olette. This is something that Kingdom Hearts fans have latched onto a lot. Is these like kind of trio pairings of people and whatnot. But I don't know. I'm kind of losing my train of thought there. We got a whole other campaign and like final episode stuff to go. Which I don't want to hype up the final episode stuff too much because it's not like another 10 hours of content. It's more like an hour. It's more like 2 hours of kind of wrap up. Of resolving plot points but Aqua resolves several things that are kind of left dangling after Ven's. So anyway, we'll see more next time, I guess. That was Ventus's campaign. Next is Aqua. Hopefully I'll be able to play it very speedy like, as opposed to with these. I kept saying that I would learn to speedrun Aquas. Now maybe I'll actually have time to do that before we film next weekend. Hopefully, we'll see how that goes.
Get a route planned.
I would love it if we could just get the rest of this game knocked out in one sitting. That'd be fantastic, and then we could just move on to the coded movie and Dream Drop, and that'd be good for our schedule if nothing else. But
yes,
we'll see how that goes. Anyway, Joey, any final thoughts before we wrap up for the evening?
No.
My